everyone, I'm Holly with Stella Quilts, and today we're going to make this quilt, the Diamond Weave. This quilt can be made with either yardage, which is what I used up here with 2 different colors plus the contrast, or it could be made with layer cakes. Today I'm going to show you how to do it with layer cakes.
To make this quilt with layer cakes, you're going to want a pack that has 2 prints of each fabric. By having 2 prints of each fabric, you can actually get 3 diamonds out of the 2 layer cake squares. From the first layer cake square, you're going to cut 6 strips that are 1.5 by 10 inches long. From the second square, you're going to cut sections that are 3 by 10 inches long. You'll get 3 sections from the square. Now we're going to lay out our strip unit. For our strip unit, we're going to need 1 3-inch strip and 2 1.5-inch strips from the layer cake fabric. We're also going to use 2 1.5-inch strips from our contrast. These will be placed between our layer cake strips. The best effect is if the contrast fabrics are consistent throughout the entire quilt. We're going to offset our piecing so that we have strip units going to the left as well as strip units going to the right. The offset is 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, 1.5, and then 1/2. There's a little bit of wiggle room if you're using yardage, not as much if you're using the layer cake. So you'll want to make sure you're as precise as possible with the layer cake. Now that we have a strip unit in each direction, we're going to go ahead and cut our diamonds. To cut our diamond, first we're going to measure the height of our strip unit. Mine typically measures about 7 inches. And then we're going to cut our first angle. So we're going to find this 30-degree angle on our ruler. Line that line up with the bottom edge of our strip unit, going in the direction of the angle for that strip unit. Get as close to the edge as we can, watching where the points are from the offsets. And then we're going to cut. We also want to then measure the side that we just cut to get its height. With a 7-inch tall strip set, it typically is about 7 3/4. We'll then measure across the bottom that height distance and trim the next side. Again, you're going to use that 30-degree angle, line on your ruler, line it up so it's nice and straight with the line of the strip unit. And you're going to go ahead and cut. And that's 1 diamond. To know that your cut's perfect, you can fold the diamond in half and the points will all line up. And we'll do the same process with the second strip unit that's going in the opposite direction. We're going to line up the 30-degree line on our ruler with the bottom of the strip set. We're going to make sure that we're capturing all of the points and not catching any selvage edge. And then we're going to trim the first angle. We'll then measure across the bottom. Line up the line of the 30-degree angle. And cut. And that's our second unit. So you can see we have the contrast fabric is going in two different directions on our two different strip sets. One going to the left and one going to the right.
So these are our finished blocks for this quilt. We have one that angles up to the left and one that angles to the right. The placement in the quilt is pretty simple. You just have a row that goes across with one direction, a row that goes across in the other direction, and this whole thing, it's pieced together in diagonal rows, and then just set off by offsetting triangles. So to make the end triangles here, we would just cut this diagonally or straight across from point to point, and that way you get your side pieces, and the top and the bottom are cut the other direction horizontally so that you get your simple triangles to place in the top or in the bottom. And then I chose to set this with a sashing just to make it look like it's got a little bit of a border to it. The sashing does make this have to be finished with partial seams. I have a video on that if you want to check that out. But that's it. It's pretty simple. It's a easy, quick quilt to put together, and I hope you enjoyed this. Have a great day and happy quilting.